What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Space Engineers Survival 2024 episode number 38. Man, we're really getting up there. 38 already. Thank you, everybody, for the good wishes last episode when I was feeling a little bit sick. I'm feeling much better now, and we should have a full-length episode for us today. So we have two goals in this episode. First, I want to do a little bit of work on the AMG Sandstorm, and second, I want to do some work on the PAM base because it got completely destroyed. Not completely. It got, a little bit destroyed by a Reaver last episode, and those are in the incorrect order. I think we're gonna do the PAM base stuff first, and then we're gonna do the AMG Sandstorm stuff afterwards. So yeah, those are the two things I want to do in this episode. Let's go ahead and start with the PAM stuff. We're gonna grab the barista there. We're gonna go over into the connector, into the hangar, and we're gonna load it with a bunch of materials that we can use to build up the PAM base. All right, we've got our connection coming in right there. There we go. So I'm gonna load this thing up with as many materials as I possibly can that we're gonna need for the PAM base construction stuff. So let's go over here and go into welder, cargo, and we're gonna go over here into this guy, and we're gonna see if we can load this up. Okay, in terms of these, I think we're fine. Actually, this is a pretty decent set of materials here. I can maybe get rid of a couple of, I wanna bring a couple of those, but I can get rid of some of them. All right, we apparently have the devil's number of small steel tubes there, so let's get a couple more so that we don't bring on some bad wishes. But other than that, I think we might have everything we want, right? Yeah, I think we're pretty good with all this stuff. We have 4,600 steel plates, 1,000 interior plates. That should do us pretty well. So let's go ahead and get going here. Let's start heading out to the PAM base over here. We've got plenty of hydrogen, and let's get over there. So primarily what we want to do on the PAM base is we want to move that ingot container that we had before. We want to move that underground, or at least in a protected area where it can't get immediately destroyed like it did last episode. In addition to that, I'd like to get a couple of turrets up and running so that we don't just have one defending that base. So that is mainly what we're going to be doing, and we'll do a couple of other things as well while we're there, depending on what we see. We got a little bit of destruction right there that we can maybe go and harvest to help us rebuild. Luckily, I don't think any of our ships actually got destroyed. I think all the PAM ships there are still fine. It's just the container that got destroyed. Yeah, everything on this left-hand side got really hurt, which makes sense because that's kind of where the turret was as well. So, but yeah, okay. I think we're just gonna go ahead and land like right over here in a decent area. And in fact, maybe these rovers, maybe I should actually just like repair these rovers and bring them back to the main base because we're not really using them, and we haven't used them in a long time. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to return them to a safe area. All right, Mocomobile, it's time to make your return voyage after a very long time. The last time we drove this thing was like episode 3 or something, right? It was a long time ago. But anyway, we're gonna return it back to the main base where it belongs. So let's get over there. I think we have yep, we do indeed have a gyro, so that's good. Let's get over there. There's been a lot of changes to the base since we last parked this thing though, so I really don't know if we'll be able to get to the parking spot that we used to have. Oh, we're going a little fast. Let's go ahead and slow down here as we approach the main base. We'll hit the handbrake there. So I don't know if we can actually fit through this. This is like a 2-block spot, like space. And I don't know that we can fit. It's gonna be tight. No, not quite. Okay, what we could do is some shenanigans. If we hold Z, we can do like a little jump. So how much do I have to hold? I don't think we can get above that whole thing. Let's see, if I hold it down a little longer, well, we'll just go for it. Let's see. Does this get us there? Oh yeah, kind of. Oh, we're gonna land on, oh no, that's not good. Okay, hit him with a wheel and we should be fine. Yeah, there we go. The wheels are very good at not destroying things and not breaking things. So yeah, we like the wheels. Let's try and go in right here. We're gonna open that gate and we're gonna back this thing up into where the connector is. Yeah, the last thing that's parked here, there wasn't the big defense platform, there wasn't the AMG Sandstorm parking area. Everything was very different. Okay, so this we're gonna open. Let's go around into here and open this. All right, there we go. It's our garage door. All right, so this right here, let's back in. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Uh-oh. Okay, well, we're going down here, I guess. New parking spot. All right, this now lives down here. I'll have to get it with the barista if I want to, like, bring it back or something, but whatever. It'll live down there for now. Let's go get the other one. So this one, what I think I'll do is I'm gonna remove the Gatling turret off the top right there. Let's grab the whatever ammo it had. Nice. And I'm going to, I think I'm gonna remove one of these as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw a reactor in there. Yeah, I don't think I have the reactor components anyway, but let's go grab a little bit of uranium and the reactor. We only need a little bit because it's a very small vehicle, but we brought some uranium back from the uranium base up in space, which rhymes. And we haven't really used it yet, so this is probably a good chance to do so. Fly right past. What occurs to me, I actually can't grab uranium easily. I think I have to go into the uranium storage. If we want uranium, we have to go all the way over to our ingots container, and we have to grab it from here, which I believe is a little tricky. It's actually very tricky. Okay, I'm changing up how this is done a little bit so that I can access my my ingots and my ores. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little cargo container right there, which was that independent contractor? Okay, which is gonna allow me to access these. And then in addition to that, I'm gonna put something right here that's gonna block the room off. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab one of my corridor blocks. I do really like my corridor blocks. I'm gonna grab an L-shaped one. We're gonna use it a little weirdly. We're gonna use it like that. In fact, before we do, let me go ahead and paint this that color. I'm gonna paint this one that color so that we know which one is which. So that goes right there, that goes right there. Let's get these built up. All right, there we go, and the other one right here. So now I can go into here, and what I'll need to do is I'll need to search ingot, and then from there I can grab whatever ingots I want, which would be these ones. Never mind, I lied. Oh, because this one right here is the ingots one. There we go, now we can grab 5 uranium, and we're good to go. All right, that was a nice little addition to our base, I think. Let's head back out. I guess we'll use the proper channel. No point having a proper channel if we don't use it, right? Boom, there we go. We really need to update this, don't we? Because we now have a cargo room, we have a bedroom, we have a solar, well, the solar tunnel actually. It's never been fully completed, has it? Okay, there we go, nuclear reactor, throw those in, and I'm gonna paint it the same color as the rest of the ship so it blends in a little bit. And now I can move it. Nice, this is our little car. I guess we'll keep this at this base. We won't bring it all the way back to the other base, but we're gonna move it out of the way for now while we build. We'll put it like over here. I guess maybe over here. All right, now that the ships are out of the way, we can start on what we want to actually do to this base. So I'm thinking what we want to do is, well, first of all, we want to rebuild what we had here, but better. And then we want to add defenses. Those are the main things. But the secondary things we could do is we could maybe separate this off a little bit with some armor down the sides so that we have our little walkway area and everything's not as exposed. Okay, so for starters, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and throw a conveyor sorter. We're gonna remove this one right here. We're gonna remove this one right here and grab the materials. All right, that's exactly where we need to place the new one. Okay, we're gonna place our new conveyor sorter down here, kind of out of the way, and that's gonna be our sorter for ingots. Then we're gonna clear out a little bit of an area right here, and we're gonna place our new cargo container all the way down here where it's a little bit safer. And we'll be able to put some stuff on top of it. Right about there. Let's go ahead and try and build up that as much as we possibly can. So I guess we have the barista, might as well use it, right? There we go. Okay, that's now built up. We'll park the barista on top of this while we're not using it. So now at least it's way down under there. So if something shoots at it, it won't immediately hit it. We'll remove this right here. And we might remove this. I don't know if that's connecting to that. Let's see. Oh, that is kind of making that connection. That's fine. Okay, we'll change it out for one of the curved ones because it looks better. We'll remove these guys right here and we'll replace them with a connection there. Okay, there we go. So that's now connected again, and this can become our ingot cargo container. So I'm gonna immediately turn this to whitelist ingots and then drain all. So this should start pulling stuff. And right here, we're gonna have a little access port that we can use as well. Then around our cargo container right here, we're gonna have a little bit of protection. So we're gonna have normal blocks like this, and we're going to I think we're gonna leave a gap right here. What we're gonna do instead is we're gonna use we've done this before, the heavy armor panels, and we're gonna bring them upside down like this. And what that'll effectively do is it'll kind of defend against shots right here, and these don't deform. So I've heard this before. Again, it's been a long time since I've heard this. I don't know if this is still valid, but these don't deform, meaning if a shot hits this, it won't deform and damage the block under it. I don't know if that's entirely true, but that's what someone told me a long time ago. So we're going off that. So we're gonna build up all this stuff, and we're gonna put another layer on top of this as well. So hopefully this will never break, this container. Okay, let's get the barista and try and get that stuff all welded if we can. Barista's very heavy. It's hard to turn here. We should have enough to get all this welded because I know we brought some metal grids with us also. So that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so there we go. There's one layer. Now we're gonna put another layer of light armor on top of this as well, just for like added protection. Because I never want to see this container get destroyed again. We're done with this container getting destroyed. Okay, I'm now satisfied with the level of protection that we have around this thing right here. It looks a little bit weird right there, but that should still provide us some decent level of protection against shots hitting it. In fact, what I might do is I might change these blocks so it looks a little better. There we go. Now you can go and jump on this if you want and stuff. Okay, now that we have our giant block of whatever this is, let's focus on defenses. So what I want to do is I want to bring this out a little further, maybe out to here. So we're going to have our defenses kind of be a little farther away from, you know, the destructible stuff. And in addition to that, I want to actually route it to our main cargo over there. So we're going to essentially, I think we're going to bring it out here, and then we're going to put an underground connection this way and then over to there or something like that. Basically, that's our main cargo. So we need to find a way to route it to that. Actually, you know what? I think that might be a little exposed for my tastes as well. What we might do is we might remove that container and put it over here instead. I think. Wait, hang on, let me think about this. I would want a separate ore container right here. Okay, you know what? Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna remove this container. We're gonna change up a lot of how this is done. We're gonna do a complete overhaul. So this might involve adding more refineries, but we're also gonna move where these refineries are because I don't think I like their positioning. Yeah, we're gonna change it up just a little bit. Okay, we're rearranging how we do a little bit of this. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the assembler and the refinery for now, and we're going to essentially reposition them. Well, we're gonna reposition a lot of things in this base, but them especially. Okay, the refinery and the assembler are removed. I'll go ahead and remove these as well. I need to figure out how I want to lay out the cargo containers in a decent way. So I'm thinking I'm going to put my ore container right here. So this is going to be a container only storing ores. Right there. So that makes it really easy for this stuff to connect directly to there. So our ores are going to connect to that and then go directly into these machines. Okay, we're getting there. We have our ore container built up, so that's only gonna store ores. It probably doesn't have anything in it right now. Yeah, it doesn't. But yeah, so ores are gonna go right there. We're gonna have our components probably be on this other side, or maybe we'll throw ice over here. All right, we got some industrial assemblers going up right here. So essentially we've got our ingots going into the ingot thing, but then we can also go this way right here into the assemblers. So we've got two assemblers. These are gonna feed back into this set of stuff right here, which I'm probably gonna color a little differently so as not to confuse anything. But yeah, there's gonna be a T-junction right there, a curved junction right here, and then a normal piece right there. Okay, there's a nice little component container there. So now we have sorters bringing components into there. It's gonna bring ice right here. That's why I have a split right there. So this is bringing ice and components. That's just gonna bring components. Okay, we have this connected to our old storage. So what we can now do is move all the stuff to the new one. So old storage, you are going to get moved to component. Actually, we have a period in front of that one. So there we go. It shouldn't be too difficult to move everything here. We'll just shift click everything that we can. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so everything's removed from that. So I can now go ahead and remove that container for good. All right, that frees up quite a bit of space over here. We're not really gonna want this anymore. Definitely won't want this conveyor sorter. Oh no! Well, there goes our hydrogen engines, but it's fine. We're gonna move them anyway. As long as this stuff didn't fall, we're good. Okay, so hydrogen engines are going to get moved somewhere else, probably out here. This would make sense with all the ice stuff over here that we'd have the hydrogen engines down here too. So I'm thinking we do our hydrogen engines like bam, bam. Oops, not like that. Like bam. So 3 hydrogen engines, and then these will connect to there, and we'll have everything down on this level. So we won't need this, we won't need this. This will become a turn piece, and then another turn piece. There's 2, and there is 3. Okay, we've got all of our hydrogen engines back online. Perfect. In fact, this I think I'll turn into a normal looking piece. One like that, just because I think it'll look a little bit better in that situation. Okay, what else do I need to get rid of? So this I don't need anymore. This right here, O2H2 generator, I can probably move down here.
Inventory full.
Oh, I'm squished. That was crazy. Okay, where did that steel plate go? Right there. Okay, I think I've got most of this set up as it used to be, just without the old stuff. So we're gonna color code our lines based on what they're sorted for. So this one right here is only components. So only components stuff is gonna be sorted right there. We have a parallax thing flying around over there. We've got a sorter right here that's gonna pull ores out of the component line if they somehow end up there, which is gonna make sense for this, because if a ship lands here, that's where the one of our transport ships, which one was it? It's the Air and Transport Mark II. So if it lands here, it's gonna put down a bunch of ores, and those are gonna have to come through here. So it's a little bit of a complicated line, but it will work, I think, hopefully. Okay, so now I have everything working relatively the way it was before. Let me add in some more blocks to defend these containers here, and I need to also put in some blocks. That was the floor for this. So let me do that real quick. Get some of this stuff back up. Actually, I think I might keep an empty right here. All right, we're getting there. We have some defenses on top of these structures here, on top of these containers, and we also have a little hallway that leads into the bottom part of this, so you can actually access this stuff. So it's you know, starting to look pretty good. Okay, I've done a little bit of work on the dock here, making it a lot more secure. We have a lot more, well, it looks really secure with the concrete texture, but it's just normal blocks. And I've done a little bit of connection over here. So it's getting there. We need to do defenses as well. So we're not quite done with this, although the sun should be coming up pretty soon. It looks like it's kind of rounding the planet there. So let's finish up the armor on top of this thing, and then we'll get to the defenses, where I want to add a couple of weapons, maybe out there, and maybe out here? I'm not sure. I think these will fly over it, so it should be fine. Okay, the sun is finally coming up, and we came armed with steel plates, and we are indeed going to use plenty of steel plates. Let me show you what we have now. I'll land this right here, I suppose, so we're not going to do anything with this area. Oop, there we go. Okay, so now we have a big layer of steel plates on top of everything, so nothing's really going to get shot too much. We've got this bottom area with a nice little passage with lights back here. We've got a stairwell that goes down into the area where you can get to our containers. One has ice, one has components. Then over here we have a path that goes to this side, which lets you get to the refineries and stuff in case you need to, you know, access that. I think if you climb this, you can also get to the upper level, which is where everything else is. We do need to add one more refinery, because we should ideally add a couple more refineries. We do not have a dedicated refinery for platinum, gold, silver, and we don't have a dedicated any refinery also. So ideally getting 4 extra refineries would be nice. And it shouldn't be too hard to do. I mean, okay, so we basically have like refinery right there. We'd have refinery right there, because they're across from each other, right? I think so. Yeah, they are. So we'd have 2 extra refineries right there, and then we'd go out a couple more to get another set of refineries. All right, there we go. So that will be 4 extra refineries. We'll have one right there. We'll like skip one, and then another one right there, and then another one right there. So it's a dedicated refinery for gold, for platinum, for silver, and of course for anything. So dedicated any extra things refinery. Okay, so this, all we need to do right here is expand this. We'll in fact just remove this entire block all the way down this way. I think maybe we'll put another block right here just in case we want to, just to cap it off a little bit. All right, there's our new refineries. Let's see if we can get them built up with our barista. I don't know that we have all the stuff required for this stuff, but we can at least try. Maybe get a little bit of it done. Because otherwise, these are going to be a lot of trips by hand. So let's see about this. Yeah, I got some of the stuff. In fact, one of them might have finished. I don't know. Let's see how far they got. Okay, it looks like it's only really missing just a bunch of steel plates. So this one right here got half the steel plates. This one right here got like 1 steel plate. So yeah, only steel plates are missing. I can try and build up 3,000 steel plates in here. I don't know how much iron ore we have. Let me look up iron. 24K inside of this connector. We'll go let's go 4,000. That's going to require 27K iron. All right, there we go. There's the last refinery. So that's going to be all the refineries. We've got our platinum one going here. We've got our gold one going there. We've got our silver one going there. So we have proper refineries now. Okay, we're doing our sorter thing again where we have sorter. Now these sorters don't do anything. They just make sure that when these things try to pull ingots, they're not allowed to pull, or when they try to pull ores rather, they're not allowed to pull from other refineries' supply. So for instance, if my silver one wants to pull gold, it's not allowed to do that, which it would be able to if I didn't have these. So that is why they exist. And I'm leaving room for potentially adding more of these if I need to, but I think we have pretty much every refinery type in here other than well, stone or uranium, but I can't see us processing any of that stuff at any of these facilities for that matter. All right, there we go. That's all the refineries up and running. Without their yield modules, we of course need to come back and give them steel plates and whatever they need. I guess just superconductors for some of them. Superconductors, steel plates, etc. But for now, what we need to do is we need to get our PAM ships back up and running. Since we lost all the materials that were over there, it's time to get them going again. And it shouldn't be too hard. I think what we might make use of is, I don't know, do we go Mr. Diaxis or Trailblazer for the iron? Let's go check out the iron real quick. I'm gonna make a marker.
Energy low.
Do GPS, PAM, iron? I'll get some fuel real quick. Get some petrol in the tank. Okay, so we're gonna fly out to the iron and we're gonna see if it would make more sense to use the Trailblazer or the Mr. Diaxis. Mr. Diaxis would make giant hole and go straight down, whereas the Trailblazer would kind of target a little bit of iron. And looking at this, honestly, either of them could do pretty well. Thinking maybe we want to go with Trailblazer and tell it to kind of come in here and then just bzzz, get that entire area right there. That might not be a bad idea to make use of the Trailblazer. Although that said, we did have the Trailblazer getting cobalt, so maybe we do use the Mr. Diaxis. And it's not really damaged at all, so it might be a better option for us. The other thing is, though, it does have bit of a power issue, but it shouldn't be too bad. Let's start our record path here. And we're going to go up first and forward. Kind of get above all this stuff. And then we're going to turn. Oh, shoot. Actually, wait, hang on. You know what? Unique path. We're going to do a unique path over here. We're going to go this way, which should go around the Jerfaso Maniac transport. Okay, and then all the way back over here. Hopefully this works and we don't have ships colliding, but we'll find out, I guess. Okay, here we are at the iron area. We're gonna make sure to get in a decent position. If I remember correctly, the iron was on this corner, right? I can't really see, but maybe I'll be able to see here in a second with the spotlights aiming down. Yeah, the iron's right over here. So we're pretty much gonna go directly over this and start our path. All right, let's see how deep this is gonna go. So that's not gonna go quite deep enough. We'll make it go a little bit deeper to be able to hit this this iron, and we'll make it, I think, probably wider as well, so it hits this. Because the iron goes all the way. It goes all the way over here. All right, that's quite a large job. But let's see. The depth should be fine, right? Yep, the depth is reaching all the way down here. It's gonna get all of this iron. Yeah, I think this is gonna be fine. It's a large job, but it'll do what needs to be done. With that, we should be ready, so let's go ahead and start our new job. All right, Mr. Diaxis is out there getting iron. Perfect. Okay, let's get the other ones set up as well, because we need to start getting ores. Ores and then ingots again. What's a silent contender getting? Okay, I want to say that silent contender was out here getting magnesium and silicon, so we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to get it right here above both of these and have it do a path to get those two. So silent contender, let's get you going. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. That should give us both magnesium and silicon here. So let's go ahead and start that job. Okay, we got the silent contender going. We've got the Mr. Daxis going. We just need to get the heretical John going as well. Where am I going? That should get just the bot. Well, maybe we'll go one more. There we go. That should get pretty much the entire area that we want here. Okay, let's go ahead and start that new job. Kabam. And now we have the heretical John also going. So we have all 3 PAM ships that we want working on getting us stuff. Man, what are we gonna do if we run out of space for ores? I guess we can always throw a second container like right next to this one connected. And ingots, probably the same thing. If we run out of space, we could throw one right here or maybe on the other side over here. Oh man, the sun is going down and we have not even done any defenses yet. What did we just spend all that time doing? Oh, I guess we just set up the PAM stuff and got everything squared away for that. We are starting to get some actual ingots and stuff, so that is good news. And then in terms of the ores, we're starting to get quite a few. Oops. Yeah, we have a lot of silver ore. In fact, we have way too much silver ore, I think. Okay, we've got to do some defenses on this base here. And what I'm thinking for defenses is we bring these out kind of over to here. So we'll have like a wing coming out to there. And same thing on that side, have a wing coming out to there. And then we'll have a couple of defenses over here, starting with, you know, a main gun. And then we'll have some custom autocannon and Gatling turrets. In addition to that, I do need to actually route the ammo to a container. So maybe what I'll do actually, if I go down here, do we have room if I wanted to put another container to the left of that one where the ice is? Let me see what's over there. Yeah, we do actually have room. We could put right here. So you know what? I think that's what I'll do. What we'll do is we'll remove this block, this block, this block. Then we'll remove these 4 as well. Okay, there we go. We'll have a container right there, and then I'll probably end up moving... How many power cells? You have 2 power cells in you. I'll probably end up moving this stuff so it's not right here, but this is gonna make connecting our weapons a whole lot easier with the ammo container being right here. So let's get some power real quick and we'll get this one set up. All right, this is what we're looking at. So a couple blocks to weld up, and let's see if we can get them. There we go. There's our container, and we just need to cover it now. So this is gonna move. We're not gonna have that there. I'll move these batteries to a different location, I think. What do we have in here, by the way? Okay, we're starting to get nickel now. That's really good. We got iron, silicon, nickel. So that means the heretical John is doing its thing, the silent contender is doing its thing, and the Mr. Daxis is doing, they're all doing their thing. Okay, so for our arm, what we're gonna do is something like this. I think something like that is far enough away from the main base so that anything shooting at the weapons won't hit really the main stuff over here. So we're gonna have kind of like a little defense platform over here where we'll have our main weapons. So let's get all this built up. Actually, this is probably a barista job to get all this stuff built. See, what I've got to figure out is how I want to route the ammo back to the main junction stuff. Because what I could do is I could route it underground straight along this way, and that might not be a bad idea. And then like route it back that way once. Actually, that's probably the best idea, I think. All right, we've made the connection right here, so that's good. There we go. So now we have a connection underground for these guys. Hopefully I don't break the surface here when I go across. All right, we have basically the connection done for all the ammo, so let's get this built up, and then finally we'll be ready to create our ammo, or our weapons. It's been a long time, but the infrastructure is important. It's very important to get everything set up before we do any weapon creation. Okay, we've got one path all the way hooked up. So this one right here, we can, if we put a weapon on here, it'll be able to grab ammo from our main ammo container. Good. Next we need to get that one. All right, the connection is now done on both sides, so we can actually get started on the weapons, finally. Okay, let's get going. Okay, now that we've got everything hooked up, we can actually start getting this set up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a bunch of, I think I'm gonna put these blocks in here, and then I'm gonna come in here with the barista and try to get all these blocks welded. So let me set the stage first of how we're gonna do this. So first things first, I think we're gonna have assault cannon turrets right here and right here. Oh, I don't have, wait, why can't I place that? Oh, because there's, okay.
Energy low.
There we go. Assault cannon turrets right there and right there. And I think these are each going to be flanked by a couple of smaller turrets. So we'll have a custom turret here and a custom turret there. Maybe something like that. So I think I'm going to do something like this. Let me see how this looks. Maybe we do something like that. And then we just have, because I don't really want to mess with custom turrets right now. Maybe we could just have a normal GAT. So we could do a normal Gatling turret like that. And then we do the same thing on that side over there. So we'd have an assault cannon and a Gatling turret. And then I think that would be pretty fine. Although maybe I want to go out one more with the GAT. So it's right there. What the heck? Oh my god, look at that shadow. The open tide is crossing the sun, and that looks really cool. Oh man, that is awesome. I like that. Okay, anyway, we're adding these little wings right here, which make it look kind of cool. We're going to have one assault cannon on each side and one Gatling turret on each side, and those will be connected right there. And I think that might be enough. That might be all we need on this base. Okay, we've got all the blocks placed. I extended this one more, by the way, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some decoys kind of out here a little bit. But let's go and bring the barista back. Let's get recharged with a bunch of new materials, and we'll come back and do a load of stuff. All right, while we're here, we're going to need to make sure to bring back assault cannon shells and Gatling turret ammo, because those are the two weapon kinds that we're using at the PAM base. All right, we should have enough stuff. We brought quite a bit of ammo with us, so we should have everything that we need to get this thing up and running. So let's get over there and let's get these weapons built. Oh, we still got that little damaged piece of Reaver right there that we can grab. But anyway, let's grab all this, or let's weld up all this stuff here. Which side are we on? I think we need to go to this side. Yes, perfect. Okay, we'll go to this side right here, and we'll start welding. Starting with this right side. It's all light armor, which we probably could have gone for a little bit of heavy armor if we wanted to, but I think we'll be fine with light. Okay, there we go. There's one side. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna land, but I'm gonna chill right here for a second and put up those two turrets that we have. So first of all, the assault cannon turret we'll go ahead and throw right there, and the normal turret we're gonna go ahead and throw right there. So that'll be our two turrets. Don't know if we have everything that we need to build this guy up. It might need, nope. Okay, we were actually able to build this up. Very nice. And then this one as well. This one should be easier to build. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then let's do the same thing on this side. We'll build up everything we can here. All right, there we go. So we have all that stuff built up now. We have a little bit more power. Let me land here real quick, and I want to try and put in a couple more steel plate blocks that I can put in. Let me see how many more steel plates we have. Let's hide empty real quick. Ooh, we don't actually have a lot of steel plates. 500. Okay, that's not that bad. All right, with this last little bit of Gatling ammo, we have officially loaded the weapons, and if we look at them, let's look at our assault cannon. The assault cannon each have 10 shells, and let's look at the Gatling turrets, and they each have a lot of that's a lot of ammo. But anyway, yeah, we're fully loaded here, and that's a good thing. So now we officially have this base. How are you looking, by the way? 23%. I feel like I really need to start bringing home more ice. Do you have ice on you? Nope, you just have nickel on you. We have ice in here. Okay, you do have a little bit of ice. What about our O2H2s? Yeah, they have ice. We might be using hydrogen at a faster rate than we are making it, which for sure would be a problem for another day. But anyways, yeah, this is looking pretty good. I think we finally have a good base here where, you know, it's defended. If a Reaver decides to attack us, they have all these weapons they have to contend with. You know, the assault cannon, the Gatling, same thing on that side. And I think, you know, we can maybe hold our own for once. It's a good thing. But with all of this work being done, it's taken so much time. I don't think we have any time to work on the AMG Sandstorm. So this is where we're going to end this episode. Having gotten all the PAM ships back on track, having rebuilt the PAM base pretty much from scratch. I mean, we destroyed everything that was here and rebuilt it with a new structure and everything. And having given defenses to the PAM base, I think this is a pretty good episode. So this is where we're going to go be ending this one. Let me know if you liked it. Leave any comments if you want to see something in the next episode. A special thank you to all of the supporters on YouTube and on Patreon. And with that, I will see you guys all in the next episode of Space Engineers Survival.